Hi there, Don Spillane, President of Designing Financial Solutions. Introducing the essentials of planning, business and personal protection, liability insurance, wills and trusts. If Warren Buffett likes big moats around his financial castle, you should have the same. I doubt the English castles of yore had sharks swimming in them, probably a bit too cold and rainy for them. However, today we're going to look at liability in accidents, liability from lawsuit, avoiding probate, the advanced directive. Are you carrying enough liability insurance? Well, let's look at a true story. 3 men are fishing off the Oregon coast and the boat sinks. One man dies. The other 2 are hospitalized for 3 days, including intensive care. Hospital bills alone are $600,000. The insurance liability coverage on the boat was $500,000. Does the boat owner pay any costs? Well, the truth of the matter is the insurance company is only liable for the face amount of the insurance. You are liable for any balance remaining. Again, are you carrying enough liability insurance? You're texting while driving. You run a pedestrian down. He's seriously injured. Your liability insurance is for $350,000. But the real question is, if you were the pedestrian, how much would you sue the driver for? Well, you'd probably sue the driver for as much as you possibly could get. That might be millions of dollars, depending on the injury. His insurance is only for $350,000, so the driver's probably going to go bankrupt. And the parents could be liable, couldn't they? Whatever way you look at it, these people are not carrying enough liability insurance. So let's look at umbrella liability coverage. Essentially, what an umbrella liability policy does is it sits on top of your auto and your homeowner's insurance policy. And it's really easy to get an additional $1 million in coverage for minimal costs, maybe $350. Most of you are liable for millions of dollars. This umbrella liability coverage can help you out and may prevent you going bankrupt. Do you have a trust? This is a vital area that is neglected by most people. Be aware that a will has to go through a process called probate. This means that a judge will approve the terms of the will. Probate can be a lengthy and expensive proposition. There are many different kinds of trusts that are used for many purposes. They can be in effect both during life and at death. Basically, you transfer your estate to a trustee for the benefit of a beneficiary. You can retain control by naming yourself as a trustee or co-trustee, or relinquish control. It's your choice. Making changes, alterations and amendments is fairly easy. And because the trust goes into effect on performance of an event, for example death, assets are distributed fairly quickly. No waiting for court decisions. Trusts are often set up to legally offset estate taxes, for example a charitable remainder trust. Some are revocable and others irrevocable. After going to the trouble of setting up a trust, do not fall into the trap of not funding it. This means not allocating the chosen assets to the trust. It's a common mistake. Please avoid it. The advanced directive or living will, and this is for California. Different states may have different options. Part 1 is your power of attorney for healthcare, and here you name an agent to act for you. Now, he may act for you whether you're capable of making those decisions or not. It's up to you and up to the way you instruct and leave your instructions in the document. The primary physician determines your ability to understand your need for care. There are restrictions on who may or may not be an agent. For example, the owner of the care home where you're staying cannot be your agent. Part 2 are your specific instructions and choices. This is your living will. If you have an agent, it's not necessary to complete this section. Part 3 are your organ donor instructions. Part 4 lets you name a physician for primary care. And Part 5 are the signatures, 2 witnesses or a notary. It's really important to note that you need to be talking to an attorney about these things. The purpose of this video is just a reminder that everyone should have an advance directive. The Terry Schiavo case, look it up, in Florida was a lawsuit that went on for nearly 15 years for a person who was incapable of making a decision, and the family fought over it. Thank you for watching. Contact us for more information. We offer a free 1-hour consultation.